All right, all right, all right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, if it's not already evident, especially if you're somebody who's either watching this on my Facebook feed or if you're watching this on my YouTube podcast channel, you can tell that there's this smile that's going on right now on my face, and there's a reason for that. So, as you might already know, if you've been, watching any of my previous content, I've been literally building the consistency muscle now for a fair bit of time, right? Um, More than like a year plus of doing videos every single day on different platforms, and now I started to kind of tag that into other areas of my life. So yeah, there's obviously a lot happening, and one thing I can tell you is that, of course, it wasn't always like this. There's been lots of times in the past where I might have tried and I might have started many habits, but somehow they never stuck around, right? I stuck around, but the habit somehow, kind of dissipated along the way. So the reason why in fact, what was inspiring today's pod is all about this. And especially, as a digital coach, if you've been trying really, really hard to build habits to be consistent, whether it is in, let's say, personal practice. So whether you're a digital coach in the areas of health, wealth, relationships, spirituality, or even, helping people find their purpose. Whatever may be your chosen area of expertise, a lot of times we fall prey to forgetting to do self practice, right? So we're very, almost to the point of being obsessed with helping other people. But a lot of times we forget to take care of ourselves, to practice our own craft on ourselves. So maybe that's an area that you've been wondering, trying to figure out, okay, um, how do I make this consistent, right? That's one. Of course, when we talk about, especially in this day and age, we talk about creating content. Maybe you've tried creating content for a few days. Maybe you've done a 3-day challenge. Maybe you've done a 7-day challenge. Maybe even, a 1-month challenge. But a lot of times we tend to, stop midway for whatever reasons, right? Either it's not interesting enough, either we're not getting enough likes. That's the truth, right? So the payoff doesn't feel worthy enough, doesn't feel strong enough. And so somewhere along the way, we kind of give up. Having said that, of course, one thing I can tell you now at this point is that, when you turn consistency into a way of life, it tends to kind of start shaping many areas of life. So, like I said, I literally gave myself ample time, and I allowed myself to literally flow into sharing sharing what I was learning, sharing my journey over the last 1 year plus. And of course, this is available on my YouTube podcast channel. If you like this kind of content, there is a lot more that you can find there. Closer to, I think now we're closer to about 100 episodes. So there's that. Then, of course, on YouTube, on Facebook, there are literally more than 300 videos that you can consume if you like this kind of content. But more importantly, like I said, this actually led me to find more habits that I was able to start tacking on, or I was able to start, stacking and connecting. So while I made it a point to record a video every day, eventually I was creating a video every day. I was creating a post every day, and an Insta reel, literally. Um, and the thing is, it stopped. I think about a halfway through, it stopped feeling like it was work. Now, that's well and good, that it stopped feeling like it was work. But where it has started to become, something more surprising is now it's starting to feel like fun. So recently, I had taken a nice 2.5 month, um, break, if you want to call it that, in, the discipline of eating right, of being mindful of my sweet tooth. And so basically, I had, started to enjoy my sweets. And obviously, when you don't balance your diet out, we don't balance your consumption of food of any kind, there is a price to pay. So obviously, I enjoyed that for about 2 months, but I also knew that, you know, it's not something that my body is able to process. And so that's when I realized and I knew, and this was literally like coming into November of this year, I knew it was time to start shifting gears. And in one of my sessions of practicing self hypnosis, this came to me that, do one thing in the context of health. And as I was kind of just, floating around in this state um, of mindfulness, the state of, relaxation, the idea came, like literally just popped into my head. And the words I heard was 100 push-ups. Right? Obviously, at that time, I didn't know what it meant. And this is now close to about a week ago. But I just kind of went along with it. And before I knew it, in fact, that same evening, I did, I think I did 10 push ups. And I decided, I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do 10 sets of 10, and that will take care of, 100 push ups in a day. And so I started to do that. Of course, um, ideas are designed to trigger us to keep going, right? So in this case, I started doing, 10 push-ups a day. Obviously, day one, um, day zero was 10 push-ups because I did it in the night. Day one, I did 80 push-ups. And then I kind of, realized that physically, obviously, I had not done push-ups in quite a while. And so I was not able to go beyond, I think, 30 or 40 on day two and three, and even four, right? So somewhere between 30 and 40 was where I was kind of like getting at. But the important thing here is I know my intention. I know I definitely want to, do this on a daily basis. And so little by little, I've been, starting to find that, okay, even if I'm not doing 10 sets of 10 push-ups, I've started to do lesser sets of more push-ups. Now, as you can probably tell, this is a little game that I'm playing, for myself, with myself. And obviously, if I, look at this, 2 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, 8 weeks from now, obviously the numbers are going to go up. Because, like with any kind of exercise, when you do it consistently and you do it for a length of time, um, it's like, if you go to the gym every day and you lift 5 kilos, there'll come a point where that 5 kilos starts to feel light. So all of these discoveries are happening along the way, obviously. And, I'm enjoying it. I'm, creating a reel a day. So if you follow me on Insta, you can, watch my journey and obviously follow along, share your journey as well. Maybe you're inspired to do, push-ups for 2 days or 5 days, doesn't matter. What's important is that you're, starting to experiment. You're starting to allow yourself to, um, to see how your body responds, right? And here's the thing, like until you actually find what really works for you, there will be a lot of moments where it feels like you're almost about to figure it out, and then it doesn't happen, right? And then there's failure, and that's totally okay. So just keep that in mind, and keep coming back, keep doing this over and over again till eventually you'll find something that you truly enjoy. Of course, along the way, I've started to, you know, find time when I'm doing these sets, when I'm doing the push-ups, to be able to, you know, reflect, to be able to take the time to just be with my own thoughts. And because it's a physical activity, a lot of times it allows me and allows my mind to just kind of drift, or just, maybe ideas are popping in at different points. So again, obviously, I'll keep checking back on this challenge that I'm doing, the 100 push-ups for 100 days. Um, it's like the hashtag is 100 push-ups, 100 days, right? Um, so yeah, uh, you know, the 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 short version of today's pod is this, right? When you allow yourself to be consistent, there'll come a point also where you'll start to enjoy that consistency. So, with this, of course, especially if you're a digital coach, I want to wish you, for the year that's about to come, wishing you all the very best in all that you're doing. And it goes without saying, if you are a digital coach, and especially if you're a digital coach and you're stuck, definitely reach out and let me know, because I'd be more than happy to help you in any way possible. As you probably may already know, I've been in this space of personal development, and especially over the last, 7 to, I think, yeah, all put together about the last 15 years, I've been focusing on, how our brains work, but more specifically, how our thinking works, right? The language that we use. How does that actually change our our moods, our attitudes? And, not only, of course, my journey began with NLP, or neuro linguistic programming, but today I focus primarily on using hypnosis to be able to help you build these skills. So if this is something that interests you, definitely reach out and let me know, and I'd be more than happy to help you in the way that's most relevant to you. And of course, it goes without saying, remember to live with purpose. So look forward to seeing you in the next pod. Remember, these are daily pods, so you can always come back here and absorb more, and of course, take more action. With that, I'll close. God bless. Have a wonderful day ahead, week ahead, month ahead. See you in the next one.